Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex. We're really excited to have you here with us today.
Today, we're going to talk about something that almost everyone knows is important, but very few people truly practice.
And that is consistency.
Exactly. When people think about success, they usually imagine talent, intelligence, or maybe even luck.
But if you actually study successful people, whether it's entrepreneurs, athletes, or creators, you'll notice something interesting.
Most of them didn't succeed overnight.
In fact, many of them simply kept going when others gave up,
And that's really what consistency is about.
showing up again and again, even when you don't feel like it.
Let's be honest, starting something new is exciting.
Absolutely. The beginning is always full of energy.
You feel motivated, you make plans, you imagine the future.
But after a few days or weeks, reality starts to appear.
The excitement fades.
And suddenly, the work feels difficult or boring.
That's the moment where most people stop.
Exactly. They think the problem is that they lost motivation.
But the truth is, motivation was never meant to last forever.
Motivation is like a spark.
But consistency is the fire that keeps burning.
Let me give an example.
Sure.
Imagine two people who want to start a YouTube channel.
Okay.
The first person uploads 5 videos in 1 week because they feel excited.
But then they disappear for 3 months.
Exactly.
And the second person uploads just one video every week.
It doesn't sound impressive at first.
But after a year, that person has over 50 videos.
And that's the power of consistency.
Small actions repeated over time become powerful.
Another reason people struggle with consistency is because they expect fast results.
Yes, this is a huge problem.
We live in a world where everything feels instant.
Instant messages, instant entertainment, instant information.
So people start expecting instant success too.
But real growth doesn't work like that.
Think about learning a skill
Like playing an instrument.
or learning a language.
You can't practice for 1 week and expect to become amazing.
It requires months and sometimes years of practice.
But each small practice session builds your skill.
And eventually, those small improvements become something big.
There's actually a powerful idea called the compound effect.
Yes, and it's one of the most important principles behind success.
The compound effect means small actions repeated over time create massive results.
Just like investing money.
At first, the growth looks tiny.
But over time, the results start multiplying.
Consistency works exactly the same way.
But the difficult part is staying patient.
Because when you're consistent, results are usually invisible in the beginning.
You work hard, but nothing seems to change.
And that's when doubt appears.
People start thinking maybe it's not working.
Maybe they are not talented enough.
Maybe they should quit.
But what many people don't realize is that success often happens right after the point where most people give up.
That's such an important point.
Because the people who succeed are often the ones who simply stayed a little longer.
They kept going when things felt slow.
They kept going when they felt tired.
They kept going when nobody was watching.
And eventually, their efforts started to show results.
Another important thing about consistency is building habits.
Yes, habits make everything easier.
Because when something becomes a habit, you don't rely on motivation anymore.
Your brain begins to do it automatically.
For example, brushing your teeth.
You don't wake up every morning debating whether you should do it.
You just do it.
That's the power of habits.
And the same thing can happen with studying, exercising, or working on your goals.
But it starts with small actions.
That's another mistake people make.
They try to change their entire life overnight.
They suddenly set huge goals.
Like waking up at 5 a.m., working out 2 hours, reading 10 books, and starting a business.
And after a few days, they feel exhausted.
Then they quit everything.
Instead, the smarter approach is starting small.
Very small.
For example, if you want to start reading more,
Start with 10 minutes a day.
if you want to exercise.
Start with a short workout.
The goal at the beginning isn't perfection.
The goal is consistency.
Because once something becomes part of your routine, you can always increase it later.
Exactly.
There's also something interesting about consistent effort.
What's that?
It builds confidence.
That's true.
Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you begin to trust yourself more.
And self-trust is extremely powerful.
Because when you believe in yourself, difficult challenges start feeling possible.
Consistency also changes how others see you.
Yes,
People start noticing reliability,
they see someone who shows up and keeps improving.
and opportunities often go to people who are dependable, not just talented.
Exactly. So if you feel like your progress is slow right now, don't be discouraged.
Sometimes slow progress is actually the strongest progress.
Because it's sustainable.
And sustainable progress leads to long-term success.
At the end of the day, success is rarely about doing something extraordinary once,
It's about doing ordinary things consistently,
day after day,
week after week.
year after year.
And those simple actions eventually build an extraordinary life.
So, if you're listening to this right now and working towards something important, remember this.
You don't need to be perfect.
You just need to keep going.
Small steps every day can completely transform your future.
Consistency might not look exciting.
But it is one of the most powerful forces in the world.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today.
We truly appreciate you listening.
And if this conversation helped you, share it with someone who might need a little motivation.
Stay consistent, everyone.
And we'll see you in the next episode.